this is Barbara Taylor with Free Work at Home Training, and this is the first time I have done a Google Hangout. And I don't have any viewers. Maybe at some point I will in the future, but it doesn't matter because this is a new way to share. There's some things I wanted to share on my desktop, and I thought, why not try out this Google Hangout thing? Because it's going to post directly to YouTube, which saves me a step. And then I can just take the link and share it on Facebook, which is my plan, and then share it inside of my blog, because my blog and my Facebook are both going to be very important tools for me to use going forward to connect with people. I have some really big plans that I'm going to share, and I'm going to get to all that, but I wanted to start out with just talking for a little bit. I've had some really amazing mentors come along that have been inspirational and helpful, and I wanted to share some things that are working for me because I want you to succeed in business too. And it doesn't matter to me what business you're in. It doesn't matter to me if you're already in a business. It doesn't matter to me if you're considering a business. These tips that I'm going to be sharing with you, these things that I want to get out, that I want to share with the world, are things that anyone can use to be successful in any business. So with that being said, I'm going to share a download link for Lee Ellis. I downloaded some of his audios. He had 2 audios on his blog, and I told him I've only listened to part 1, but part 1 really changed my perspective about network marketing, and I really believe it can do the same thing for you. So I want to share his link. I was also able to speak to another person today that has been helping me out, and that is Ralph Robinson. So thank you, Ralph, for heard that car out there. Thank you, Ralph, for taking the time to speak to me today. It was really great to be able to chat with you. I also spoke to Sabrina today. Sabrina is my upline in the company I decided to join. If some of you know that I joined another company, maybe you've seen it. If you haven't, the cat is out the bag. I was supposed to take a few weeks off and put network marketing on hold and everything, but I can't. Like, there's something inside of me that just wants me to keep doing what I'm doing, and it wants me to reach out to people, and I'm it's very spiritual. I feel like it's coming from within, but I know I need to connect with people, and I know I need to get myself out there. So that's what I'm going to be doing, and that's that. And then while I'm here, I want to try to keep this short. I want to try to keep this about a 10-minute video. I don't want to keep making 15, 20-minute videos. I know it's a lot for people to watch, but while I'm here, I want to screen share. I wanted to share something neat. And the first thing I want to share with you is a picture of myself before I did my hair today. I told everybody on Facebook that my hair looks really crazy before I do it. So I want you to see that. I want to show you that I'm real. So check this out. This is me. And there you go. I just think that it wants me to. So yeah, hopefully you can see this. I can see it. It looks like I'm screen sharing, but this is me before I did my hair. So there you go. It looks crazy and wild. I know that's what I deal with on a daily basis. It's naturally curly, plus it's thick. So I'm going to share again. I want to show you what it looked like. You can see what it looks like now, but this is afterwards. This was after I did my hair. Oh my goodness, it's a whole new person. So yeah, it's amazing what you can do whenever you get up and do your hair. So yeah, that is me with my hair fixed, looking a lot different. Okay, so last thing I want to share, one more thing I wanted to share with you is I got this today. And this is a picture that my fiance picked up for me when he was at the hardware store. He went to the hardware store to pick up, he put a security light out back so that if anybody goes in our backyard, the light comes on automatically, which I think is neat. And this is the picture he brought me home. It says, "Today is a new day. You can start fresh, wipe the slate clean, begin again. Embrace kindness, practice compassion, stand up for justice, talk to strangers, ask for help, offer hope, listen with your whole heart, work for the common good, love well, be the change you wish to see in the world." Now, I love this picture, and it's huge. It's a really big picture, and it's a really, really big picture for our wall. And I loved it when he brought it in. I just went crazy. And he said he wanted to put it in our bedroom because, I have a lot of inspirational stuff. You saw the live, sing, dance, love on my back, on my wall behind my bed. But I told him I wanted it downstairs where I could see it all the time. I want my kids to see it. I want everybody who comes in my house to see that this is the way you want to live. You want to be a good person. I know you do. We all do. And if you want to be a good person, it starts with you. It starts with you practicing these things. It starts with you starting the day fresh, beginning with a clean slate, embracing kindness from others, showing compassion for people who are hurting, standing up for justice, talking to strangers. I mean, that's huge. Talk to somebody new. I was in line at Walmart last night, late at night. We went to Walmart because we were out of beverages. We were out of water and stuff. And there was a lady in line in front of me, and I wanted so badly to just tap her and be like, hey, how are you? What are you doing at Walmart this late? And that's how I feel. I just want to get out there and connect with people. And you should too. I mean, connect with people. It may make the difference between them having a bad day and them having a fantastic day. So I wanted to share that. Done sharing there. So I have something really exciting coming up. I want to take my network marketing skills that I spent the last couple of years learning, and I want to share them with the world. My blog, I made a blog, and it's weird because all of these things happened before I got to the point I'm at right now. I made my YouTube, I made my Facebook, I made my blog. My blog is called Free Work at Home Training. Before I ever realized that network marketing was going to be the tool I was going to use to change my life and my family's life and to change other people's lives, because that's what network marketing does. It changes lives. It can take you from having to work a full-time job, working 2:30 to 11:30 every single day, only being off on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, because that was what I lived. I lived that. I lived working the nighttime shift, and it can take you from making $30,000 a year to fulfilling your wildest dreams. And the truth is, it's no longer about money for me. I don't look at it as money anymore. I know that I will be provided for by the person, our Holy Father. He will provide for me no matter what. But irregardless of all of that, I want to touch people's lives. I want to help people. I want to inspire them. I want to take them by the hand and say, hey, I'm that person that'll listen to you, because I didn't have that for a long time. I guess I'll share a little bit of my story briefly, just so that you know me and you understand my background. I had my daughter when I was a teenager. My son mentioned it today. He did the math and he said, wow, Mom, you were 19 when you had Destiny. And I said, well, no, I was 18 when I had Destiny, and her father and I had a tumultuous relationship. He wasn't a really good person, and there were a lot of bad things that happened in our relationship. He cheated on me a lot, and he just wasn't a good person. But she came out of it. Destiny came out of it, and I wouldn't change that for the world. I love who she is. I love everything about her. She came into my life when I needed her. And there was a point where I almost gave her up for adoption. I didn't think I could be a mom. I was a teenager, and I was scared, and I was afraid, and I was alone, or else I believed I was alone. I've never been alone in my life, but I've always felt alone. I felt like I had no one. And while my family did reach out their hand to help me, I just didn't know if I could be the person she needed me to be. I didn't feel like I was good enough to be that person. So I made some phone calls. She was about 18 months old, and I arranged for her to be given up for adoption. And I went through and picked out a family. I did what you do. I went through and I picked out a family, and I decided that that's what I was going to do, that I was going to give her up for adoption. And they came and took her away, a few hours away from where we lived. And for the first few days, I had ultimate freedom. I was able to do what a teenager does. I was able to just run the streets and do what I wanted to do. I was working at Subway at the time, making Subway sandwiches, and I was at work. And I was at work one night, and I was standing at the counter, and someone walked up to the counter with a little girl in their arms with beautiful blonde curls that looked just like Destiny's. And in that moment, I knew that I missed her, and I was making a bad choice. But that wasn't the whole story. I actually had picked out a family. for her already, and the mother of the family, and they were perfect. I mean, their pictures were perfect. They were the perfect family. They were everything she needed. They had a beautiful big house. They had love. They had family surrounding them. I knew they were perfect for her. All right, this is how determined I was. The mother couldn't take her. We got a call from the adoption agency, and the mother, the person who would have been her mother, ended up getting cancer. And because she had cancer, she couldn't take on the role of raising Destiny. And yeah, there's Will. He's always making videos, but there's Will. So yeah, so anyway, what ended up happening was I ended up getting her back. I ended up, calling and bringing her back, and thank goodness I did, because she's 16 now. March 8th, she turned 16, and while I thought I didn't have the tools I needed to be her mother, I did. I did have the tools needed to be her mother. And when I got her back, I ended up meeting my son's father, who I was with for about 12 years. And he was physically and emotionally abusive, but he was also narcissistic. And I don't know if anybody out there knows what that is, but it's not a fun thing to be. It just kind of means you're wrapped up in yourself, and you really basically have no feelings. You can hurt somebody and you never feel it. You never feel the feeling that you've hurt them. And I didn't realize that. I mean, he lied to me a lot. He was a pathological liar, and he kept me under his thumb. I didn't have friends. I wasn't allowed to talk to anybody. He didn't like me to go anywhere. I mean, he kind of ruled with an iron fist, and I didn't think I was ever going to get out of that. I thought I was going to wake up and be 40 and still be in an abusive relationship. And I ended up meeting my children's father. We have 2 kids together, and I know, I mean, it's crazy. I've got, these 2 exes in my life that, and some people would look at that and say, ugh, like you were married to, you weren't married. You were with 2 different people and you never got married. And I never got married because it wasn't right for me. I never got married because I knew that these weren't the people I was supposed to marry. And I know that may sound crazy, but I knew that I wasn't supposed to get married to them. And I guess they served their purpose in my life, because even though they knocked me down, I didn't let it keep me down. I could have wallowed in self-pity. I could have been like, my poor, horrible life, but I'm not that kind of person. I never will be. So my children's father, my children are 2 and 3. We met 5 years ago, and while we're not married, I do want to get married. I would like to marry him, and he knows that. I told him I'd like to marry him. I admire him a lot. He has been my rock through everything. He has stood beside me. He came along when I was broken in itty bitty pieces, and he swept those pieces up, and he kind of like glued them together. He took some tape and he taped everything up, and it means a lot that he's always been there. So enough about my backstory, though. I mean, that's everything. I had to say I've got really big plans, and they're going to be on the blog tomorrow. I'm going to show you my desktop really, really quick again. Here we go. This is my desktop, and this is my website. So I posted yesterday. My plan is to post a new blog every single day. So every single day there's going to be a new blog for you. If you want to follow along with what I'm doing, if you want to see, what's going on with me, what my plans are, I'm going to have something really exciting coming out tomorrow. So I really encourage you to watch for that. It's entirely up to you if you want to follow along with me. I'd love to have anybody along to support me that wants to see what my plans are. But yeah, it's going to be on the blog. On tomorrow's blog, or on today's blog, I'm going to get ready and post it here pretty soon. It's going to be a double blog day, because tomorrow morning is going to be the official start of my blog. It's going to be every morning at 9 o'clock. And that's the schedule I've chosen. But for today, this is the way it's going to work. I'm going to post 2 blog posts because I can do that, because it's my blog. And I know it sounds goofy, right? It's my blog. I'll do what I want. If you're someone who's been struggling, if you have tried to do network marketing and you've struggled and you want to connect with me, feel free to come over to my blog and click on work with me and fill in your information. I'd love to share with you what I'm doing. There's no obligation. And you'll all know tomorrow anyway, whenever I post it. But like I said, you're welcome to work with me if that's something you want to do. So there's my blog. I'm going to go back to me. I'm hoping to have more of these hangouts in the future, but in the meantime, this was a quick and easy way to make my video for today. I don't have to, like I said, go through all the effort of using my screen sharing software and then turning around and coming back to YouTube and uploading. I mean, everything's right here. I hope I didn't ramble on, but I want to again send a shout out to every single person who's connected with me. I appreciate it, and I'm looking forward to connecting with you more. Everybody that's reached out to me, I want a relationship with you too. I mean, I'm glad you related to me, but it's more than that. Like, I want to reach out and you know, be there for you too. So that's the end of today's post. I'm going to end this broadcast, and I wish everybody continued success, tongue-tied. I wish everybody continued success in the future, and I hope that you never stop reaching for your dreams. I hope that even if life knocks you down, you get back up and you get back on that ride, and you realize that life is a journey to be experienced. Life is something that we all have to go through, and you decide what kind of life you have. The way you feel about yourself, it's that powerful. The way you feel about yourself can change everything. So I have a door in here that opens by itself. As you can see, it just decided to open by itself, as it does on a regular basis, as you may have seen on my other videos. So anyway, this is Barbara Taylor. I hope you have a great rest of your day. I'm going to go enjoy the rest of the evening with my family. I hope you do the same.